So, funny story. I recorded for an hour the other day. This game I recorded for an hour. And I lost all of the footage due to technological screw-ups. So I'm gonna have to replay part of the game that the footage was lost for. I won't just skip over it, I'll replay it. But yeah, it sucks. Part of this I've already seen because I recorded for an hour. So I won't try to skip over anything, but I will try to get through the stuff I've already seen quickly so we can get to the new stuff I haven't seen. Yeah. Hello? Oh, I thought all the food was just gonna disappear off the screen. Okay, I think this is where I left off in the last episode. So, if I remember, I decided to sit by Colonel Sanders because Miriam's already my best friend. She'll understand that I need to gain a better relationship with Colonel Sanders. So I'm gonna sit by Colonel. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for letting me... Oh, I can't read. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. I've already done this before, and I got all the answers right the first time I did it, because they're all kind of obvious, but they are really silly. I like them a lot. Forest is a tree, as chicken is too. Feather, because chickens don't have night goggles, and they also don't do slam dunks. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork? We all know it's a spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it is prepared with love, not too much salt, camel meat, a pancake that looks like a silly face. I remember on this one I wanted to click a pancake that looks like a silly face, but I didn't because it's anything as long as it's prepared with love. That's right. A Sprinkle's a good boy. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is perfect. 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? You look good to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Oh, Colonel. Thanks. I think you have a beautiful goatee. Hot diggity, Kay. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers, but I... Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said shh! In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the... Wow, I'm mixing up my voice. That must be the smell I smelled! Indeed, that smell! You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. It's funny, the chicken buckets, I think I told the story in the recording I lost, but if I didn't, well, here's it again. I have family, my dad's side of the family, who often get the big buckets of chicken. It's always really fun because we get the big bucket and then we get a bunch of the sides and then we all just chow down. They usually also get they've started to get chicken strips for me as well though when I'm there because I'm not very good at eating chicken off the bone. It's just like the texture is bad on my mouth. I don't like it, so they get me chicken strips so I can also still enjoy the chicken. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept! Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating! For years I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What? You think that we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. That's my favorite Van face. It's such a funny expression. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. I'm gonna beat you, Ashley. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Savor the moment, everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart swim toward the light. I want to focus on his heart, because I'm trying to win his heart, so it's good to focus on it. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For the flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. I approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Ha ha ha, how bold to come out and ask. It's an oh god, I forgot about the chicken staff. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, "Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use, redacted, it's something my great-grandmother taught me." Redacted? Wow! You'd never have guessed something like... Oh, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. "Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated." "It sounds like you have big plans." "I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that." Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Okay, I gotta remember what I did the first time I did this, because the first time I did this, I made him mad at me. I'm pretty sure I said wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up, because I was thinking, oh, spicy, like I'm trying to spice up our relationship. But I think that was what made him mad, because he was like, "You can't unbalance the perfectly balanced ingredients, bleh." And I don't want to do this, because I feel like that would just lead to me beating him up, the top one. So I'm going to do modest but thoughtful. Oh yes, hearts! Thank goodness. He was so mad at me last time. I'm so glad I picked the one that actually got me hearts this time around. Maybe the video crashing was actually, it's good for me. Maybe it's helping me fix my relationship with Colonel Sanders. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Kay. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowds of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Oh, she's crying. Miriam cries a lot. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. She's crying again. Oh, I felt so bad. I don't want to leave Miriam alone, but it's okay, Miriam. We're best friends. We're still gonna be friends. I need to get this boy's heart. Want to be my partner? Aww. Sure, Kay. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop buzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Definitely Clank. I think Pop would just kind of annoy her. And Clank's a sweet boy. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this point. Oh, look how happy Clank is. His little happy me smile. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Buzz. Tissue? I hardly know you! Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare. Tartare? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I went with mashed potatoes and gravy last time, and I'm going to do it again because it's actually something on their menu. I know this because, as I mentioned before, family gets the bucket of chicken with a bunch of the sides, and the mashed potatoes and gravy is one of the sides we always get. It's always been, yes, more hearts. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? Oh, I forgot. This part is so loud. Ugh, no, geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Kay's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Oh, she's making him cry. No, don't make him cry. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Kay was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I love that they just automatically use them for the player, because the player could be a boy or a girl or anything, so that's nice. Oh, that's not Ashley. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. That's not her. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. When I got to this choice before, I chose Miriam because she is always got my back. I wonder if asking Colonel Sanders would give you hearts or if it would upset him, but I'm just gonna go with Miriam again because I trust her. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. There's somebody threatening my friend! I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps? But stepping away from this competition? You are sorely mistaken. You know, it's actually funny because she doesn't actually cook anything in this scene, so what are you doing, Ashley? Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Kay is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which he pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Oh man, I want potatoes now. Potatoes are my favorite food, in any form, but especially in thick thick cut form and also baked potato form. Mashed potatoes are also good though. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand, holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock, the moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something filled with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Kay. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes, face? Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. I love this pose because he reminds me of a JoJo character, and this pose especially reminds me of JoJo. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I just love Van so much. I've never seen JoJo actually. I've just seen like the art and such, so I'm going purely off like what I've seen on like Twitter, Tumblr, or wherever. I forgot he serves this on an axe. Oh my god. How extra can you get? Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepped a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Everyone step back! Don't take another bite! When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped into Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against the poisons of all kind. Or against poisons of all kind. I love that part. It's so funny because just everything went chaotic and bad so quickly. The student guy's now a ghost. I still remember you, student guy. I wish everyone was nicer to you in this game. But you're a ghost now, so that's pretty cool. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student, all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. I think it's kind of pretty though, like with the lit up plants along the front. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today? Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Kay? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams. Oh wait, am I doing the same voice for both of them? It was, we should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our soul may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no. You. Shut up! I'm the one here trying to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story! Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? I love this scene because he's all like, oh, don't remind me, while Colonel Sanders like, oh, right. Oops, maybe I shouldn't be acting all inspirational right now. You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me! Me, I'm the hero! The Sparkmaster is here to find a hero! For anyone curious, yes, I have gotten to the Sporkmonster before. But we're almost at time, so I'm gonna cut here, I think, and we can deal with the Spork Monster in the next episode. It's so gross. I think that's supposed to be gravy, like as it's saliva. Nasty. Well, see you in the next episode.